Good afternoon. Again, I am Sergeant Bige Towery with the Lexington Police Department Public Information Office. Thank you for coming today. We want to provide some limited updates on the events occurring at Terminal Drive and Old Richmond Road yesterday, Sunday, July 13th, 2025. Chief Lawrence Weathers will provide an update on the investigation. This information will be limited as the Kentucky State Police will be taking over as the lead investigating agency of the entire incident. The Lexington Police Department will not be able to answer any questions, and going forward, all updates will be provided by and all inquiries should be directed to the Kentucky State Police. Chief Weathers is joined today by Kenneth Payne with 1 Lexington and also with Sergeant Matt Suddeth with the Kentucky State Police. Chief Weathers.
Thank you, Sergeant Towery. Good afternoon, everybody. As Sergeant Towery said, we want to provide a limited update about the shootings that occurred yesterday on Terminal Drive and Old Richmond Road. The suspect has been identified by the Fayette County Coroner's Office as Guy House, age 47. The 2 deceased female victims from Richmond Road Baptist Church have been identified as Beverly Gum, age 72, and Christina Combs, age 34. On behalf of the Lexington Police Department, I would like to extend my condolences to the families of Ms. Gum and Ms. Combs, as well as the other victims and their families. I would also like to provide you with an update on the 2 other injured victims from the Richmond Road Baptist Church. Both of the male victims are reported to be in critical condition. Out of respect for the victims and their families, we will not be releasing their identities. As Sergeant Towery mentioned, the Kentucky State Police will be taking over as the primary investigating agency, and any follow-up information will be released by Kentucky State Police. The officers who responded to the church encountered a very tragic scene. They began providing first aid and care to the individuals who had been shot until paramedics arrived. I'm proud of the responding officers. I'm proud of them and their actions to care for the victims. The officers went from securing the scene to assisting the victims in an instant. Yesterday's violence was a tragedy, and it impacted many people in our community. From the loss of Ms. Gum and Ms. Combs, the other victims who sustained injuries, including a Kentucky State Trooper, their families, the Richmond Baptist Church family, and many others, we join them and the community to mourn this tragedy. Just as our community experienced this devastating event, we saw our community come together and neighbors helping neighbors. From the community member who called to report a Kentucky State Trooper being shot, the work of our officers and employees, and all of those who have stepped up to offer support, we want to thank you. Your efforts to show that even in dark times, there's always light. In incidents like this, we want to make sure we continue to remember the victims, their families, and all who were impacted by this tragedy. I would like to thank all the government leaders, law enforcement and community partners, our community members, and even people outside of Kentucky who assisted with this investigation or offered support to us and the victims. I would also like to thank Mayor Linda Gorton, and her office for their continued support of the Lexington Police Department and our officers. With several of our officers being involved in the shooting of the suspect, the investigation is still ongoing and is being investigated by the Kentucky State Police Critical Incident Response Team. After that investigation, our Public Integrity Unit will conduct an internal review of the incident, and as per policy, the officers will be placed on administrative assignment. Due to the ongoing nature and with the Kentucky State Police as the investigating agency, we will not be able to answer any questions. Any future updates to the investigation will come from the Kentucky State Police. I want everybody to know, especially in Lexington and our surrounding community, you have a great police department. I'm very proud and very honored to be part of this agency. And I just want to say to my officers and the other employees, thank you.
Mr. Kenneth Payne with One Lexington is going to speak concerning community resources.
Good afternoon. I'm Kenneth Payne with One Lexington, and I'm here on the behalf of my director, Divine Karama, and also my coworker, Larry Johnson. And I'm just here to refocus the narrative back on the community and resources that this community will need today and the days leading ahead. Oftentimes with tragedies like this, national narratives can misrepresent the heart of those who lived in the community that have been affected by this tragedy. So I just want to let everyone know that we as a community, we as a city, our hearts is grieving for the victims that have experienced such a tragedy. And we will do what we call all hearts on deck. As a community, what can we do to step up for these victims and be there in the time and the needs that they may have? So as One Lexington, we have already been working diligently to reach out to some of these victims to see how that we can support them with resources. We have several different community partners that are stepping up to help us in these efforts. So we just want to let you all know it is our endeavor to be there for these victims and offer them the resources that they may need. And if you are a victim and you're watching this, you hear this, please reach out to One Lexington, and we will see how we can get you those services and those resources that you will need. So as I close, I want to challenge everyone in this city, despite what the national narrative may be, let's come together as a community, how we know how to be a tight-knit bond community and city and be there for those that need us. Thank you.
As Chief Weathers referenced earlier, the Kentucky State Police will be assuming the investigation going forward. So at this time, I would like Kentucky State Police Sergeant Matt Sudduth to come forward.
Yes, I'm Sergeant Matt Sudduth, Commander for the Kentucky State Police Public Affairs Branch. I'm going to release a little bit of information that we have at this time based on our initial investigation into this incident. Please understand that this is pretty much everything that we have at this time that we're going to be able to release. There's not likely going to be any updates or any questions I can answer, most likely, but I'll provide what we do have at this time. Yesterday, Sunday, July 13th, around 12. I'm sorry. There we go. Kentucky State Police Critical Incident Response Team has been requested by KSP Post 12 in Frankfort and the Lexington Police Department to investigate multiple shootings that occurred on Sunday, June 13th here in Fayette County. The first incident occurred just after 11:30 in the morning on Terminal Drive near the Bluegrass Airport. and it involved a Kentucky State Police trooper. The second incident occurred around 12:30 p.m. at the Richmond Road Baptist Church, located at 5899 Old Richmond Road, and that incident involved several Lexington Police Department officers. The critical incident response team detectives arrived at both scenes and opened an investigation. The preliminary investigation indicates a KSP trooper conducted a traffic stop on Terminal Drive. While interacting with the occupants, one of the individuals presented a firearm and shot our trooper, which resulted in very serious injuries. The subject, later identified as Mr. Guy House, a 47-year-old male from Lexington, was known to have active arrest warrants. Other occupants of that vehicle were not involved in the assault of our trooper, did not flee the scene, and are cooperating with the investigation. After shooting the trooper, Mr. House fled the scene and later forcibly stole a vehicle from an individual. Lexington Police Department obtained information indicating the vehicle Mr. House had reportedly stolen was near Old Richmond Road here in Fayette County. Around 12:30 in the afternoon, Lexington Police Department officers located that stolen vehicle at the Richmond Road Baptist Church. Officers approached the church where they encountered Mr. House in a rear parking lot area, as well as multiple victims with apparent gunshot wounds. Initial information indicates that Mr. House shot 4 victims at the church before encountering those law enforcement officers. At least 3 Lexington Police Department officers discharged their agency-issued firearms, striking Mr. House and resulting in fatal injuries. Once the scene was secure, officers began to address the injuries of the victims and Mr. House and attempted to provide life-saving measures. 2 of those 4 victims were pronounced deceased at the scene by the Fayette County coroner and have been identified as Christina Combs, a 34-year-old female from Lexington, and Beverly Gum, a 72-year-old female from Lexington. The other 2 victims received life-threatening injuries and are being treated at a local hospital. Mr. House was pronounced deceased at the scene by the Fayette County coroner. This investigation remains ongoing. To protect the integrity of an ongoing investigation, it is the Kentucky State Police's standard operating procedure not to release specific details until vital witnesses have been interviewed and pertinent facts have been gathered. Timelines to complete these investigations vary based on the complexity of the case. In regard to our trooper, he is in stable condition at a local hospital. He suffered serious injuries, and without the assistance of several good Samaritans, this likely could have been a very life-threatening injury. We're in the process of identifying those good Samaritans who assisted our trooper. While we cannot identify them right now, we certainly want to express our most sincere appreciation for their actions. We cannot say thank you enough for the support of the community, folks across the state, folks across the nation, for their support during this absolutely terrible incident that we experienced here in Lexington. As Chief Weathers stated, Lexington has an absolutely tremendous law enforcement agency in the Lexington Police Department, and the Kentucky State Police is proud to get to work alongside of them, and they were tremendously helpful throughout this investigation yesterday. I'd be remiss to not say that, Kentucky State Police, we understand that this incident at the church, I cannot imagine what those folks are going through, and we certainly grieve with the family of the victims. We grieve with the church family, this small knit community. We understand that they all probably were very close to one another, and you can't put into words how terrible the situation was for them. And we at the Kentucky State Police, we want to let you know that we grieve with you. I believe that's all I have at this time. I can try to take a few questions with knowing in mind that I'm going to be limited to pretty much what I've already said here. Yes, ma'am.
So did troopers have eyes on House from the Terminal Drive stop to the carjacking to the Old Richmond Road Church?
I don't have that specific information. That will probably be something that comes out through the investigation. As you can imagine, we have 2 scenes going all the way across Lexington, and in the middle of which, he stole a vehicle. So there's going to be some time for us to figure out all those details.
Why was the vehicle he was in stolen the first one on Terminal Drive, or what triggered that license plate reader?
I don't have specific information. Again, it's kind of, there's a lot of information. Obviously, our trooper's in the hospital, so we're going to give him time to deal with his injuries before we go into that part of the investigation. But we'll get that information as soon as we can release it. Yes, sir.
Sergeant, you said house has open warrants. His family members said there's a history of mental illness there, drug problems. Should he have had a gun?
You know, I'm not going to speculate as to why he had a gun. If he had, obviously he had a firearm because of what we know, but I can't speculate as to how he got that.
What kind of weapon was it?
Not prepared to release that information at this time.
All right, we're going to wrap this up, and again, going forward, Kentucky State Police will be leading the investigation, handling the entire investigation, and any information will be coming from them, and any inquiries should be going towards them. Thank you.